from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome to the channel. It's Monday and it's time to introduce you to a new family that we're going to cover on this channel. It is the Derricos. This family will be appearing on TLC's new show called Doubling Down, which will feature a family of about to be 14 kids. That's right, Karen and Dion Derrico. So the family is a family of 11 children while mom is pregnant with triplets, and they are one of the few families in the country that has had multiples. Now, the interesting thing here is that it's not just multiples, but mom and dad insist that all the multiples are natural and not through IVF. So the Derricos, Karen and Dion, were first introduced to the world in 2013. The birth of their quintuplets were actually featured on the Today Show. At the time, they were mom and dad to two singletons and a set of twins. Following that set of twins, she became pregnant. Karen became pregnant again, and she initially thought that she was pregnant with quadruplets, but turned out that she had quintuplets. The quintuplets were born premature, but all have grown up and come home. She went on to have a set of twins, and now is in this season of the show will be featuring her pregnancy with triplets. Wow. 14 kids in the house. That's a lot. Okay. Not to mention the family has a lot of, she has a lot of problems with the pregnancy. She has to go on to bed rest. Dad will have to take care of things. It's a busy household. This isn't the first time a family of multiples will be featured on TLC. We had John and Kate plus 8, Outdaughtered, Sweet Home Sextuplets, and now it's going to be an extraordinary family, the Derricos. Now, to give you a little bit of insight, the Derricos are Karen and Dion Derrico. So they have 11 children. There's Darian Derrico, who is 14 when the show was filmed. Then there's Derek Derrico. He is the last time mom was pregnant with a single. Then she had delivered Denver and Dallas. They are what she labels as Dallas is the entertainer and Denver wants to be the boss. So she had the 4 children. Then she says, and this is where it gets cute, she said, "We were just trying for one more." That's always what they say on these shows. That's what Kate Gosselin said. And she became pregnant with quintuplets. So the quintuplets are Danico, Dariz, Diani, Daishan, and Dayton. They were born prematurely. The twins consist of 2 boys and 3 girls. Now, they were born prematurely, and it took a while for them to come home. Mom actually carried them until she was 32 weeks, which is pretty good for quintuplets. And again, she says that this was a natural birth without any sort of medications. Featured on the Today Show with the doctors there, basically saying that while rare, quintuplets can happen without IVF. So after she brought home the quintuplets, which brought her family from 4 to 9, she went on to have a set of twins. So her next set of twins were De'Arian and Diver. The mom has 11 kids and will be pregnant with 3 when we meet them on the show. So very full house on the show. In the teaser, we learned that they spend about $3,400 a month. Whoa! For food. That's a lot of food. $3,400 to feed the kids. That doesn't equate to, mortgages and all the expenses of having so many children. So they have been benefactors of a lot of, charity. After appearing on the Today Show, they did receive a ton of donations, and it sort of catapulted the family into a sort of fame because quintuplets, let's be honest, are not super common. Not only did that catapult them into fame, but Dion, the father, actually that fame led to, he believes, a charge. Yeah, the state attorney general at one point in time charged Dad Dion with 16 counts of fraud, all felonies, in the state of Las Vegas. So Dion actually beat those charges. He is a real estate investor. And when the attorney general announced those charges in 2014, they claimed that he had fraudulently gotten people to hand over their quitclaim deeds to their properties, and he was then going to get them signed, and they apparently were signed fraudulently, and then the quitclaim deeds were put under an alias under his name. And apparently they thought at the time there would be more people that would come forward, and that this was sort of like this ongoing scam. Nothing actually happened. No other families came forward. It was actually 2 homeowners that claimed that they had conned him or fraudulently signed over the deeds to their homes, and they apparently said that, they weren't honest about it. But a jury in Las Vegas actually acquitted all of them, all the charges, and then, a jury acquitted 14 of the charges, and then the Attorney General ended up just tossing out the final 2 charges. And he, when he was acquitted, claimed that a lot of it came down to his notoriety and then working with bad homeowners. So basically what he did was, during the downturn in housing around 2013, 2014 or so, he was looking at properties that were upside down, and he would go into the properties that were upside down, and he would offer those homeowners an option to buy out their deed, and then he would make due and make good on any back homeowners insurance or property homeowners association dues, and negotiate with the banks on a way to get the property either caught up or to do a short sale or go to foreclosure. And then at foreclosure, he would then take over the property. So just kind of a way to help. Investors do this a lot. They come in when you're underwater and they find a way to get you out of it. And then they get the property for cheap, and then the property goes in their names. He says that all of this sort of went sideways when 2 of the homeowners came back and said that they wanted more money for the money that he had given for those deeds. So no other homeowners came forward. He was acquitted, and he feels completely vindicated. However, he also has a son, another older son named Darren, who claims that his dad at one point in time took out $21,000 or some $1,000 in student loan debt when he was 15 years old and not even eligible for college. He claims that his dad also maxed out his credit cards. And when the Las Vegas Sun interviewed Dion about Darren's actual allegations, he said that he feels as though he was part of raising the devil. Now, Dion adopted Darren, and he was an at-risk youth that was in the foster care system that was looking for a permanent family. And Darren admitted that he had made some bad choices, but claimed that he was all on the up and up. Who knows whatever happened? There was never any criminal charges filed against him related to anything that Darren alleged. But there is this older son that's out there that he adopted that has now been estranged from the family. So that may or may not come up. Just wanted to give you the FYI. So a dad that has beat charges before may or may not have done some shady stuff. There was still some allegations about, using an alias and potentially forging signatures, all of which acquitted. He did use an alias though. That's kind of weird. So dad is a real estate investor. He, until then, had never gotten in trouble with the law, and now they are on TV. So apparently they have been chasing fame for quite some time. Of course they would, because that's how people end up on reality TV. They don't end up on there because they don't want to be famous, right? They actually moved from Michigan out to Las Vegas so dad could pursue acting. When that didn't pan out, they took on the reality show, and there's obviously interest in this family because of how many multiples they have. All right, so what do you think? There's an extended trailer that's been released on TLC. The family seems to be very busy, and I should know. So what do you think about meeting the Derricos? Do you think they're on the up and up, or do you think they're on the down? There's something going on. It seems like all the families that they end up bringing in have some sort of skeletons in their closet. He's beat those skeletons. So are you excited? I mean, I'm excited to see the kids, and I'm excited to see how this all plays out, and I'm excited to see how this family all works. I'll be excited to see what we learn and what's shown on the show. We always know that these reality shows can be edited, but the family looks nice. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Tell me what they are in the comments below. Bye, guys.